their distinguished viewers on InstaGist TV. Today on Sport News, we'll be talking about the Afcon 2023 as Super Eagles beat Guinea-Bissau, qualify for round of 16. Wow. You never expected it, right? Okay. Super Eagles beat Guinea-Bissau 1-0 in the last match of Group A tie in the African Cup of Nations, Afcon, to qualify for round of 16. The Super Eagles coach Jose Peseiro men went into the match with much needed confidence after beating host Ivory Coast courtesy of a well-taken penalty from skipper William Troost-Ekong. The Portuguese fielded a lineup that saw Kenneth Omeruo coming in for Ekong to captain the Nigerian side, as well as Joe Aribo replacing Everton's Iwobi, while Alhassan Yusuf was still sidelined with an injury. Guinea-Bissau claimed a hard-fought 1-0 win at the MKO Abiola Stadium on game week 4 of African Cup of Nations qualifying series and were hoping for a repeat. But striker Victor Osimhen made Nigeria's intention known as early as the 5th minute of the match. However, his shot went off the mark, barely troubling the opposition's goalkeeper. Despite early pressure from the Super Eagles, the White Dogs kept their composure and grew into the match as Nito tried his luck from a distance, but Stanley Nwabali would make a comfortable save. A point would be enough for Nigeria to go through, but Guinea-Bissau were keen on denying such an opportunity, taking the lion's share of the possession in the early exchanges. The White Dogs gave the Nigerian defense some trouble as Dalcio Gomes was not far away from getting on the end of overhead ball that beat Omeruo. However, Nigeria would get a fortuitous break in the 37th minute as Opa Sangante smashed Moses Simon's cross into his net, trying to stop Osimhen waiting behind him for a tapping. Osimhen would have a chance to double Nigeria's lead in the latter stages of the first half, but he couldn't quite make contact with Simon's cross. The second half resumed with Simon missing a glorious chance to make it 2 as Mendes stretched out an arm to claim the ball. As the game wore on, Osimhen felt he had gotten his goal in the 62nd minute, but the VAR would roll him offside. Nigerian forward Victor Osimhen scores a goal which was later disallowed after a VAR review during the African Cup of Nations CAN 2024 Group A football match between Guinea-Bissau and Nigeria at the Felix Houphouët-Boigny Stadium in Abidjan on January 22, 2024. In search of a second goal, Peseiro rung some changes. Bringing in Alex Iwobi came in for Joe Aribo. The substitute was immediately in the thick of the action but shot wide at the edge of the box from an inviting Simon's cross. Nigeria finished runners-up in Group A with 7 points after Equatorial Guinea bashed host Cote d'Ivoire 4-0. The Central Africans topped the lot on better goal difference. Francolino Drew had a goal ruled out the other end for Guinea-Bissau, who were already eliminated before this game and finished with 3 defeats. Shock winners away to Nigeria in qualifying last match. They have still never won a game in 12 attempts across 4 appearances at the Cup of Nations itself. The team will now stay in Abidjan for a last 16 tie on Saturday at the Felix Houphouët-Boigny Stadium against the runners-up in Group C, which will be Senegal, Guinea or Cameroon. And guys, don't also forget that host nation Ivory Coast faced Afcon exit after 4 new loss to Equatorial Guinea. Wow, so sad for the nation, honestly. Ivory Coast slipped to the brink of a humiliating exit from the African Cup of Nations as the host suffers 4 new defeats thrashed by Equatorial Guinea in their final Group A game in Abidjan on Monday. Briefly, Emilio Nsu scored the double to follow up his hat-trick against Guinea-Bissau as Equatorial Guinea finished top of the group ahead of Nigeria on goal difference. Ivory Coast have only failed to get out of the group phase once in the previous 9 editions of the tournament in 2017. The two-time champions will have to endure a heavyweight to find out if they will go through to the last 16 as one of the 4 best third place sides. So you see, there's still a glimpse of hope. So let's just keep our fingers crossed and see how these games go, because sometimes they tend to qualify as best losers and eventually win the tournament. So let's just see. Okay, guys, this will be drawing the curtains close. Please don't forget this is InstaGist TV. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and also leave a comment for us in the comment section. So we'll be bringing lovely content. I don't feel like going, but until then, bye bye.
Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Too many things going on, I can't keep track of them all. From people dropping a bomb to people putting up walls. I feel like life is on hold, perception stuck in a vault. I know that time can heal all, but how much time till we fall? It's awfully chilly outside when there's no shelter to hide. When everything is a lie, you'll find that out in some time. But when the things on your mind are all considered a crime, communication aside, we'll all just fight till we die. Is this an argument or just the start of it? Either way, I don't wanna be a part of it. Can I just get some space? I don't have the heart for this. I can't be picking up the pieces, fixing scars from this. Is this an argument or just the start of it? I wanna drive away so I can be so far